Hey guys, so the first thing that we're going to do today is make sure we have clean hands and a clean and moisturized face. And I'm just going to start off by prepping my skin with the SMASHBOX Photo Finish Primer. This is just a really good primer for all skin types. It's not for redness or for oily skin or anything like that. It's just a good general, good coverage primer for anybody. Words. So, after I rub that in and get my face completely covered, I'm going to go in with the BECCA Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector. And this is just like a liquid highlight that I put on underneath my foundation to really give you that dewy and luminous glowing skin. And sometimes, I mean, you can even, if you're just going out for the day and just want a little pop of highlight without having to put any work into it, you could just rub a little bit of this on your cheeks or on the bridge of your nose or wherever, and it would be a really pretty natural highlight and give you a really dewy look without any work. And then we're going to put on our foundation, which today I'm using the NARS Luminous Weightless Foundation in shade Medium 1.5. And this is a little bit dark for me right now, but I'm kind of at my palest at this point, so I use it anyways and just kind of use a translucent powder to lighten it up a little bit. And I'm using a Morphe brush to blend this out. I love this foundation brush because it's super, super dense and doesn't absorb all your product onto the brush, but it blends out really nicely. And it is the Morphe M439 brush. And sometimes if you want, this foundation is kind of full coverage, so if you'd rather it be a little bit more lightweight, you can spray your foundation brush with a little MAC Fix Plus, and that's just going to help blend out your foundation a little bit better and make a little bit go a long way by using that MAC Fix Plus. So give that a shot if you don't like a super full coverage. And I did 4 pumps of foundation on the back of my hand. You can get away with less. I kind of was heavy-handed. And for concealer, I'm using the NARS Creamy Radiant, and I believe this is the shade Light. It's one of their lightest concealers that they make. People say you're supposed to go like 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin, than your like foundation, but hey, that's just not me. Okay? I like it to be obnoxiously light. But it blends well on me. It looks right. So, you know, I'm just going to keep doing me. So I'm just going to blend that out with a damp beauty blender, and it kind of just absorbs any excess product because I tend to get heavy-handed with concealer because it's my favorite part of my face. So any excess product that's laying on your skin, the damp beauty blender will blend that out and then pick up that excess product without absorbing too much product. Does that make sense? So it's not going to take away from the product that you've laid on your face. It's just going to help blend everything out. And then I'm going on top of that with a little bit of the L'Oreal True Match Concealer in the shade W123 because it has a yellow undertone, which adds highlight and brightening to the skin. Anything yellow is going to brighten my face personally because of my skin tone. So I love to put just a little bit of that on top of the concealer to brighten everything up. And I'm just going to continue blending all that out. And once that's all blended out, we're going to go through and set our foundation with just a little bit of the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Medium Plus. And we're just going to lightly coat the face in this. It's just to set the foundation so that it doesn't move or crease during the day. And I recommend buying 1 shade lighter in this powder than you normally would because it does oxidize throughout the day and get darker. So it looks, when you buy it, it looks very light, but once you put it on your skin, it's darker. It's the weirdest thing, but I promise. Buy 1 shade lighter than what you think you need. And then we're going to set our under eyes with the RIMMEL translucent setting powder, and this is in 001. And I use a Morphe brush to blend this out, and it is the Morphe 176 brush, or M176, excuse me. And I like this brush just because it's loose, it's flexible. I don't like to use anything that's very dense under the eye because I feel like it moves whatever I've placed there. So we just set the under eye so that none of that concealer creases or moves throughout the day. And then we're going in with the LORAC TANtilizer Highlight and Matte Bronzer Duo. This is one of my favorite bronzers because it's bronze, but it's not orange. It doesn't leave a fake tan look to it. You know what I mean? So it's great for contouring, but I use it more for just bronzing. And this, I'm using the Real Techniques brush with this because I like how dense this brush is. You have to be very careful when applying, especially this bronzer with this brush, because of the density of the brush. A little bit goes a very long way. So you can get too heavy-handed at first, and if you go in strong, then you're going to have a very harsh line. And so you just go through and make sure you blend really, really well with both of these, with the product and with this brush. Blending is essential. And I'm just going to follow the hollow of my cheek from my ear, the top of my ear, to the corner of my mouth. That's kind of where you should follow when you're contouring. And then I'll just bronze everything above that. And I'm also going to bronze my hairline on my forehead and then the edges or the bridge of my nose. And now that I feel bronzed enough, I'm just going in with this brush. It's a clean brush, and I'm just kind of blending out that bronzer so that there's no harsh lines and everything blends really, really well. And then I go in with a powder brush because the bronzer on my forehead was looking a little intense, so I just kind of blended that out a little bit more with that lighter powder. And next I'm going with the NARS Lovejoy blush. I love, love, love this blush because it's the perfect combination of bronze and blush. I'm not big on super peachy or pinky blushes. I like more of a mauve bronzed blush, and this is right up my alley. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it, but not enough to where it's really noticeable. So if you're looking for a good blush, try this one for sure. And it's very highly pigmented. And to apply the blush, I almost forgot, I'm using the Morphe S13 brush. I like this brush because the bristles on it are long, so it's super flexible, so it doesn't place a lot of product heavily on my cheeks. So I can build my blush as I like it. And then same thing again, I'm just going to go in with that clean brush and blend everything out a little bit so that there's no harsh lines. And now for the fun part. This is BECCA Cosmetics Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. I love this highlighter. So if you have this just loose in your makeup bag or something, just be careful with it because it's very, very soft, so it breaks easily. And I am applying the highlight with a Morphe M330. And I'd like a little bit of a bigger, fluffier brush for this, but this is just kind of what I've been using lately and it works. So give it a try if you want to. Just something that's small. Like a big powder brush is too big for this, so I didn't have anything in between. I need to get something, but for now this is what I've got. And I'm just going to be applying that to the cheekbones and kind of bringing that down. And I mean, you can go big or go home with the highlight, right? That's kind of the trend lately, is the Luminous highlighted, they call it strobing. So that's kind of what we're doing today. I'm being very heavy-handed with the highlight, and I'm placing it on the tip of my nose and kind of dragging it up the bridge of my nose a little bit, and then on my Cupid's bow, and just kind of highlighting the entire face in the appropriate areas. To kind of top everything off, I'm going in with MAC Nylon and adding a very subtle highlight to the inner corners of my eyes, right in the tear duct area, just to kind of brighten up my eyes. I do this every day, no matter what look I'm doing. I use MAC Nylon on my brow bone and my tear duct area, so this is probably one of the best buys at MAC, because I use it every single day. And to finish the eyes, I'm going in with just a nude eye pencil and lining my waterline all the way from the corner to the tear duct. And this is just going to, again, brighten everything and make you look awake and fresh for the day. Last touch, I'm going in with the Too Faced Melted Liquid Lip, and it is in Chihuahua, which is such a funny name for a lipstick. And then I'm just topping it off with a nude lip gloss, and then we are done. Oh, I almost forgot. And then to set everything, obviously going in with the Urban Decay Chill Setting Spray, which is my favorite. It feels so good on your face, and it just wakes you up. I hope you guys found this video helpful and can achieve a dewy, luminous skin at home with your new tricks. I'll see you guys next time.